I'm sorry, I'm so far back here. What's your initial reaction just about Phil Longo, and how are you feeling about where this offense can go from here?
100%. Obviously, Coach Longo's a guy that recruited me. I had a really good relationship with him, so I owe him a lot of grace in the situation and what happened. But that's life. Life is ups and downs. You kind of got to adjust from there. So I'm really confident where we're going to go as an offensive unit, as a wide receiver unit specifically. And I only see us going up from here, taking strides. So.
Why do you think this partnership between him and Wisconsin just didn't work out in the end?
Yeah, it's tough to say. There's a lot of different directions that could go. A lot of different directions that could go. Maybe just not the right fit at the right time. And that's, like I said, that's life. And just we're looking forward now. I think the biggest thing is looking forward where we're at and just getting better, getting ready for Nebraska this week.
CJ, over the whole season, you guys have mentioned the standards you want to have offensively. Do you think the change was kind of needed for you going into the end of the season like this?
Yeah, I mean, standards have been high the entire season, whether we're winning games, losing games, performing well on offense, not performing well on offense. Like, there was a lot of frustration that came out after that Oregon game because those standards are so high for ourselves as individuals and as a unit, like I said, a wide receiver unit, as an offensive unit. So I don't know if we're going to say if those standards change, if they fluctuate at all, but I know they get higher as adversity hits and things like that happen. Adversity, they get higher, and leadership guys like Will Pauling, guys like Bryson Green have to kind of take the helm and make sure that standard is upheld and maybe even increased at that moment. So.
When you talk about frustrations coming out after the Oregon game, what do you mean by that?
Just a lot of frustrations in the offense. I mean, I think the defense performed at a very, very, very high level. Like, they have multiple times this year, and so we kind of put it on our shoulders to perform better at times, right? As receivers, as quarterbacks, as an offense, as a tight end group, as offensive line, like. I truly feel in my heart for when I walk off that field and we don't put up points for the defense. Like, it hurts me. So as a unit, right, we need to look inside ourselves and kind of figure out how we can improve and hold that standard we talked about earlier that we set at the beginning of the season and we set when Coach Longo got here. So it kind of stays the same throughout.
Do you agree that it felt like the offense needed a change at this point?
It's tough to say because there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes, a lot of things that go on injury-wise, different things like that. I'm not going to say whether it needed a change or not, but I just know that the change that we do have, it's only going in the right direction, and it's going to get better. Like I thought we were as well. We're always going to get better. So that's the goal, and this is obviously the route we took to get better. So
when you find out this news, and you still have a game to play this week, is there any time for introspection personally or as a group offensively about what could I have done better, or the results are better on the field than as long as still here?
Right, 100%. I mean, there's always introspection, and I think the most it comes is after the game Saturday when you're laying in bed. Like, I could have made that player watching the film on Sunday with Coach Guyton or as a unit. There's always that chance to look in and be like, I could have done this better, I could have done that better. But like you said, we have a game this week, so maybe you get a day, but you don't sit on it, you don't hold it till Wednesday, right? What I could have done better. You prepare for the next team and you keep going, and you go out there to win a football game the next week as well.
We could say that Kenny was going to work with the quarterbacks too, and that maybe the groups are going to kind of, come together a little bit. How did practice change with Kenny working with the quarterbacks a little bit? Did you guys all work a little bit more together as a group, or just how did it all work out?
Yeah, I think the best thing to come out of this situation is that we're meeting right now with the quarterbacks, and it puts us all on the same page with what you want to be with the quarterback and the receiver, and that's something maybe we lacked in the past and maybe we can gain here in the future. So having that opportunity to see, what the quarterbacks see when we're in film, and then also having Coach Guyton there to kind of explain to all of us, like, what are we trying to do? What are we doing to get on the same page? That's definitely going to help because I think even at the NFL level, right, you see quarterbacks, receivers, they all meet together. So that's something I think we lacked, and I'm happy that we're doing it right now.
CJ, you guys put a lot in that Penn State game.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted to.
Of course.
Next week, it's tough to bounce back. Did you learn anything from that? Because you're kind of in the same situation now.
Yeah, like I said earlier, like we talked about introspective and being very, very self-critical as an offense, right? 2 games, I think Penn State and Oregon, where we played extremely, extremely well on defense. So maybe we need to take a little bit of that blame and not point fingers, but bend the finger backwards. That's what Coach Fick says all the time. I know I did that to myself. Like, what could I have done? Penn State game, probably those 2 balls on the ground could have digged them out a little bit better and caught them, right? Iowa game could have probably got open a little bit better, whatever it may be. point the finger backwards and just get better, right? That's what you're trying to do. And that's, I think, what we're doing as the offense right now.
You were asked before why it didn't work. Why will it work here these last couple of weeks when you have someone calling plays that doesn't have certainly the experience? that
Right.
Phil
It's always a question. I mean, it's about the team at the end of the day. It's not about who's calling the defense. It's not about who's calling the offense, or even, I mean, not necessarily who the head coach is all the time, right? It's about the team. It's about us as individuals, and having the opportunity to come back and grow together and just get better together. I think that's something where maybe your OC just, steps out the room and things like that. You have the opportunity to have the leaders step up, and that's what I'm banking on. I know a lot of us are banking on why we'll get better, because guys like Riley, guys like Jack Nelson and Riley Mallman will pick it up, and B-Lock as well. Guys who are at the head front of our offense will pick it up and pick up the slack of maybe not having someone who was with us all year.
CJ, you mentioned Phil Longo had a pretty good year. Obviously, a tough start for you here. You ended up having a good first half of the year, and then the bump was the Longo kind of leaving. How tough has this whole process been for you specifically as you kind of navigate your career?
Yeah, I mean, it's been tough. I mean, last year, not ideal for me coming in from USC. Wanted to have a lot more of an impact, didn't necessarily have all the opportunities and things like that. Everything didn't align. This year, playing a lot better. I feel like I said, bigger, faster, stronger. That's what they wanted to see out of me. And those opportunities came. So with the bumps and all the things that come, you kind of just take them on the chin. You kind of grow. I think it'll help me in the future when I have aspirations of playing in the NFL. It'll help me next year playing as well. So it's just going to help. It's just going to have you grow. I mean, because that's when you grow, right, through adversity and through pressure and things like that. And like I said, I had a great relationship with Coach Longo. Right? I had a lot of grace towards the dude because he did recruit me. He believed in me out of the portal. So it's tough, but you kind of just take it and roll with it.
I think team